Y'all come on in. Come on in and make yourself at home. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I am Trill Will, LDBC or nothing. Smash the like button when you come in the building. Smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. And donate to the channel. Well, King Breezy, what's up, bro? Last night, I seen a plethora of tweets. Bearded Viking, what's up, fam? Seen a plethora of tweets saying that Jay-Z had allegedly sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl at a party. And I was gonna say something last night. It's all good, Sheldon. I'm not gonna be on here long anyway. And I purposely did not go live last night because I was going to. But I got questions. A lot of questions. Shall we? All right. I got questions. Number one, I seen Camarian, what's up, Queen? I've seen videos of people reading the lawsuit, the deposition that was sent to the court. And I've heard several takes on this. The feds got so much information on Jay-Z. People are going to flip on him, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 yada. The first question that popped up into my brain was this one. Teresa, good morning. First question that popped into my head is this. This is the same system that has information on Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein running Pedo Island, sexually assaulting little girls, right? There's credible evidence of Donald Trump sexually assaulting young women. A plethora of them. He's got 28 different allegations of him sexually assaulting little girls when they were younger. Where's the smoke for him? And you wanna know something funny? The funny part about all this, Tay, good morning. The funny part about all of this is I see people who look like me already rushing to say Jay-Z is guilty. I see people who look like me already making think pieces saying how Jay-Z was guilty, how P. Diddy is guilty. Ain't seen a shred of evidence. All accusations, all alleged. Ain't seen none. But I seen call logs with Trump's name on it. I seen flight logs with Trump's name on it. I seen video with Trump and Jeffrey Epstein on it. I seen video depositions of Katie Johnson literally telling you exactly what he did to her. And she did one right before, I think right during the 2016 election. A whole video deposition detailing everything in stark detail of what Donald Trump did to her. How he raped her, shot his wad off in her, and then she said, I don't want to get pregnant, and he threw a wad of money at her and told her to deal with it. Fucking deal with it. PJH Big Dog, what's up, bro? Donald Trump is on a bus right before the 2016 election saying, I just kiss him. I just sexually assault him. Yep, Shelton, you ain't seen not one of these fucking monkeys make a video talking about how Conor McGregor is guilty of raping a girl. Like, he raped her so bad that he left the condom inside of her. There's always a presumption of guilt when it comes to somebody that looks like me. So these people can come out and say Jay-Z did this, Jay-Z had sex parties with little girls. They can say that. And you know what? You know who's gonna believe it? Niggas. Niggas are gonna believe it. They're gonna believe it. They're gonna run with it, make think pieces on TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube, talking about how Jay-Z is this, Jay-Z is that, Jay-Z is this, Jay-Z is that, blah, 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 blah. They will say that, but you have credible evidence against Donald Trump right now. The man literally got sued by E. Jean Carroll because he forcibly raped that woman. And it was proven in a court by a jury of his own peers that said that he was guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt, and they awarded that woman $88 million. $88.3 million Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll. See, there's a different justice system. Okay? There's a different justice system. You have a justice system that has Donald Trump walking in on the Miss Teen Universe pageant entries while they're changing their clothes, while they're topless. These little girls, old enough to be all of our kids, all of our daughters. He walked in, goes on Howard Stern, and with full bravado says, I was just inspecting it. It's my pageant. I can inspect it if I want to. Walking in on little girls. And no one batted an eye. No one said a fucking word. But yet and still, I see think pieces left and right about how guilty Jay-Z is with no credible evidence at all. In America, you can sue anybody for anything. Doesn't mean they're guilty. Democracy is dead, Deltron. Democracy been dead. It's been dead. They killed it. They didn't never intend on having democracy for everyone. They had democracy for white men. White rich men have democracy. Everybody else is just here surviving. Poor white people, black people. Comarion Fields, thank you for joining PMP. Thank you. Everybody else here has to abide by these said laws that they wrote on these books and said, oh, you black people, you gotta be law-abiding citizens and you gotta do this and you gotta do that, right? DP Rocker, what it do? You know how I do? Funny part about all of this is I see all the smoke for Diddy. I see all this smoke for Jay-Z. I see all of this. No credible evidence, all hearsay. You even got people that are out here right now saying Jaguar Wright, a woman who left her kids in some unquestionable situations because of her own goofiness, saying that this woman was right. Democracy died the day the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was passed. Democracy been dead. They've been trying to kill it. They finally have a Trojan horse where they can really, really show you what they really wanted to do. Bill, what's up, family? How you been, man? PJH Big Dog, what's up, fam? It's mighty funny to me that the next sitting president of the United States of America has an ample amount of sexual assault charges or cases or depositions or whatever you want to call it. He has credible ones. Credible ones. The man is a habitual woman abuser. The man cheated on every wife he had. Everyone. I can go right now, grab my laptop, and I can pull up a list of females that already credibly came out and said Donald Trump sexually assaulted them. Do y'all remember the 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 confirmation of what was that goofball's name? Brett Kavanaugh, right? When Christine Blasey Ford came to the Senate and was berated, was basically spit on, they shitted on that woman. They gave that woman a false assurance that they were going to investigate all of her claims. And what did Donald Trump do? Ran interference. But no one said a mumbling word. This man now sits on the highest court in the land with all of these credible sexual assault allegations. They had over 4,000 tips that came in saying that Brett Kavanaugh was a piece of shit and Donald Trump buried him. I wonder why. But yet, as soon as an accusation comes out on Jay-Z, everybody is running to the internet to say this man is guilty. And for the life of me, I can't understand how all of these people got all of this smoke for Jay-Z and Diddy, but have no smoke for Conor McGregor, have no smoke for Donald Trump, no smoke for Jeffrey Epstein, or no smoke for the woman who was setting up all of his fucking young pedophilic adventures and shit. Harvey Weinstein, the fucking weird ass dude that was on TV, the white guy, what was his name? Spacey, Kevin Spacey. They got no smoke for him. They got no smoke for none of these people. But yet and still, I'm supposed to believe Jay-Z sexually assaulted a 13-year-old girl at a party full of grown-ass people. All these years ago. They did the same thing to Bill Cosby. Same thing to Bill Cosby. Same thing. Same thing. Mo Problem, salute to you, man. There is no smoke for none of these white guys who've done some of the most abhorrent shit. The current guy seeking the seat as the Secretary of Defense, coming after a 4-star black general who served honorably, is a Fox and Friends fucking commentator whose own mama came out and said he was abhorrent towards women, has mountains of sexual assault claims. Matt Gaetz was able to duck out of Congress while his sex trafficking extravaganza went forth, and they just let him ride off in the sunset. Oh, I maintain my innocence. I do. There is no kind of justice for any of these fuckers that are sitting in positions of power as white men in America. There is none. None. Look at this fucking dumbass. You a race propagandist. You don't even know what a propagandist is, dumbass. You don't even know what a propagandist is. I'm a black propagandist talking about how black people have been disproportionately shown to be guilty even before they even proven that way. Let's go back in history, shall we? And what's your name? Lawan. Let's go back in history. How many lynchings happen off of accusations that a black man sexually assaulted a white woman? Sexually assaulted a white woman, murdered a white woman, abused a white woman, disrespected a white woman, or disrespected a white man. How many lynchings occurred? Thousands of them did. Let's talk facts now. Since you say I'm a propagandist, right? You can go back in history and you can look. Let's go to Emmett Till, who was then at the time, 13, 14 years old, comes to Mississippi to go see his family. White woman says that he flirted with her. Her husband and her husband's brother go to his house where he was staying and get this man and this young boy in the middle of the night, beat him, shoot him twice, string him up around his neck with a fan from a mill fan, and throws him into a river over an accusation. And then Carolyn Bryant, before she died and took her long cruise to hell, came out and said none of that shit was true. George Steiny was 14 years old and he was executed right here in the state of South Carolina. 14 years old. No evidence to show he did anything wrong, but he was murdered. Drew Titan, my big brother, what's up, man? The Tulsa riots in 1921 happened because an elevator operator was accused of sexually assaulting a white girl. That town was burned to the ground because of an accusation. I could literally go get my laptop right now and pull you lynching examples of white mobs going to jail cells where these people who've been accused of such atrocious crimes had people with sledgehammers knocking down jail doors and grabbing them up, beating them. One case where Aldine did that fucking song, Try That in a Small Town, the Maury County Courthouse, where an 18-year-old kid who was accused of raping a white woman was thrown in jail unjustly, and that white mob came after him. They broke into the jail with no resistance from the police, and they hit that boy over the head with a claw hammer, drug his dead body outside, right in front of the courthouse, strung him up to the tree and shot the shit out of him. But you call me a propagandist. You fucking clown. That's why I hate you motherfuckers. I hate every last one of you racist pieces of dog shit. Fuck you with a lit flare. In the words of my brother Drew. With a lit flare. Every fucking time. You don't need evidence for a black man to be guilty in America. You don't need evidence at all. You don't need no credible witnesses. You don't need nobody. You can just drag somebody off the street and lie about it. Yeah, I seen Jay. I was at the party with Jay-Z. I seen this and I seen that. Yeah, Jay-Z did it. Yeah, and you fuckers will believe it. You'll believe it. No proof, no evidence, no nothing. Just a testimony of some stupid dumbass. Y'all do not care. You don't care about fucking justice for all. I don't even know why the Pledge of Allegiance says with liberty and justice for all. There's no justice for all here. There's justice for white men. Just, they should change that shit with liberty and justice for white men. That's it. That's all. That's it. Leland, what's up, family? George Floyd was accused of passing a counterfeit $20 bill. Does George Floyd have a printer machine at his house where he can print counterfeit $20 bills? No. But in your eyes, y'all deemed him guilty already. And you justified a man kneeling on his neck for 9 minutes and 48 seconds. You justified it. You fucking clowns justify it. And you still do. Oh, he had fentanyl in his shit. No matter if a professional, a professional who did his autopsy said that was not the case, you didn't care. George Floyd was high on fentanyl. That's what you fuckers said. Y'all come in here and y'all sit here and try to tell us as Black Americans, oh man, see, Jay-Z's guilty of what he's done with no evidence. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about y'all don't care about the right to a speedy trial. You don't care that under the law he's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. You don't give a fuck about innocence. Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all just want another black man to tear down like y'all did Diddy. Oh, Diddy having freak off parties. So Atlanta used to hold the biggest fucking freak out party known to fucking man, and it was called Freaknik. And I went in 1996. The biggest freak out party known to man, known as Freaknik, and it was celebrated in the South. Black Bike Week down in Galveston, celebrated nothing but freak offs. Black Bike Week in Myrtle Beach, celebrated freak off. But all of a sudden now it's taboo, and now Diddy's guilty because y'all want to nail a black man who's successful to a cross. Y'all done humiliated that man. Oh, Diddy this, no Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy. But you got motherfuckers like Oscar De La Hoya with credible sexual assault claims against him, and you have nothing to say. And even Oscar De La Hoya is going out and got the gall to say no Diddy. The dude in fishnets, looking fucking stupid, got the audacity and the unmitigated gall to come out and say no Diddy. Get the fuck out my face. You'll never hear me say that shit. Why? Because I don't believe that man's guilty. You're gonna have to prove that to me. Nobody leaves clean. You're right, PGH Big Dog. Nobody leaves clean. Nobody. Because these people in America, if you got any amount of success behind you and you are a black man that looks like me, oh, you obviously guilty of something. You couldn't have just made your way by your hard work and dedication to your craft. There's no way that could have happened because they set too many traps for you to make it honestly in this country. Systemic racism is real. Systemic racism is the reason why you don't see an abundance of black millionaires and billionaires, and you see a plethora of white ones. That's the reason why the wealth gap in America is substantially way higher for white families than they are black families. That's the reason why the dollar circulates through white communities far slower than it does through the black one. There's a reason why there are red line fucking communities right now with people of color living in them near fucking plants that cause cancer. There's reasons why there's environmental racism. There's reasons behind all this shit. And these people sit here and pretend like this shit really ain't happening. It's just a figment of black people's imaginations, and we just whining and playing victim and using a fucking bullshit race card. But I always ask the same question: who's holding the deck if we're using the race card? It's you fuckers that are holding the deck. It's always been you. Rigging the system to make yourselves look like y'all are something that you're not. And history is going to record that. There's going to be a day of retribution for all of the heinous shit that you fuckers have done here in this country. There's going to be a retribution. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't even know if I'm going to live to see it. But I do know one day in this country, there's going to be a retribution for all the sins that the white community has inflicted on everybody else here, including their own. And you want to know the sad part? They want white people and black people, poor white people at that, and black people arguing and fighting one another, shooting and killing one another. You know why? because those poor whites, all they have to hold on to is their whiteness. That's all they have. Just like the indentured servants that came here with the slaves during the transatlantic slave trade. The only thing that they can dangle in front of them is your whiteness. Oh, you have privileges. You have the white card. See, you're white as this cup. You're white. They're black. They're not better than you. Y'all are not the same. They're not even human. Jay-Z's not even human. P. Diddy's not even human. They're animals. They're savages. While at the same time, simultaneously doing the most savage, most animalistic shit to humans recorded in the history of the earth. Oh, you're savages. You blacks are savages. Y'all are violent. Y'all are this. You are the same people who came over here and murdered millions of indigenous people here, stole their land, and then kicked a host of them off and told them that they're not welcome in their own fucking home. Shit, I'm gonna read your comment, King. I love how these racist people were saying things like George Floyd was a criminal and shouldn't be praised as a hero, but then vote for a rapist to become our president. I wish I could understand. We ain't meant to understand it because it's not meant to be understood anyway, man. It's not. It's not meant to be understood because it never made sense. Nothing they do ever made sense. Like I say, racism should be classified as a mental illness because these people really, they create realities around a lie. Just like America. America in itself, the principle of America is a whole fucking illusion. There's nothing real about anything these fuckers say about patriotism and life, liberty, and justice for all that bullshit, the shit that they wrote on the Statue of Liberty. It's all bullshit. It's propaganda. It's to make yourself look like you're something you're not. Just like white people in this country. White people give you the appearance that they're successful. But I guarantee you this, all it takes for you to do, and I'll tell you this, I challenge every last one of y'all who watch this video, do this one favor for me. Go and Google why white people get divorced. 95% of the divorce in the white community is caused by financial disparities. Money. I worked in finance for 15 years. A majority of the people I talk to are white people. Credit card debt out of this world, behind on both their car payments, mortgage in the ground. But they always project their failures onto black folks. Just like the stereotype is black men don't take care of their kids. Black men aren't involved in their children's lives. Black men like Jay-Z are sexual deviants. They always got to tie it to some demonic thing that's sexual. You know what I'm saying? They always have to tie it to something sexual. That's how they can justify them murdering us. You'll see the detractors come in here trying to justify the bullshit. You'll see them come in here trying to say, well, Will, you're biased. You're just using a race card. Just cry. Y'all are victims. Y'all are this. But you can't deny facts. You can say what the fuck you want. You can't deny facts. Facts are forever going to be here. And again, I go back to my original question. This same system that y'all say has so much evidence against Jay-Z, right? The same system. Y'all say you have all these corroborating witnesses and all this this substantial evidence and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Going like in discovery, when you go on fact finding, you're going to find supporting evidence to support your claim or the charges that you're laying against somebody, right? Y'all saying that the FBI, that's the reason why they got a 90-something% success rate when they sue. Man, the FBI is the same people that killed Marcus Garvey. Set up a whole bunch of bullshit charges up against them, i.e. COINTELPRO. putting black people against black people, setting up people to go and wiretap Marcus Garvey's house. They shot up that man's house. They did all kinds of shit to that man. The crazy part about it. Yep, the FBI killed Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. But they act like we don't know history. We understand history. I understand history. See, the more you read, that's the reason. Y'all got to understand there is a gigantic reason why they're trying to hide real American history, i.e. black history. There's a reason why they're trying to defund black schools. They're not doing this shit to hurt white schools. They're not tearing down the Department of Education to hurt white schools. They're not doing that shit. They're doing that shit to destroy black schools like they did before. You remember when black people were in slavery, they couldn't read or they couldn't write, so they wouldn't understand what was happening to them. All they had was ignorance and the choice and being naive to understand that what those slave masters were telling them had to be the truth because they didn't know better. That's why Trump said, I love the uneducated. That's the reason why he's a Republican, because they're fucking stupid. A majority of the people who voted in this election that voted for Trump don't have college educations. That's a fact. Good morning, Renee. How are you? These people want me to believe that Jay-Z is guilty. They want us all to believe it. They want all of us to come and, you know, the funny part, the sad part about all this is the first people to run to the internet to shit on Jay-Z are who? Niggas, monkeys, chimpanzees, baboons, these fucking Sambos can't wait, chomping at the bit to tear down a black man. Chomping at the bit. You don't see none of these motherfuckers talking about Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. You don't see them. You don't see them talking about Conor McGregor, who was found in a court of law guilty of raping a woman. You don't find that. You'll have fucking buck dancers like 50 Cent going out making, oh, see Jay-Z, see they got the ticket on you, they got the bullseye on you. You'll see dumbasses like 50 Cent. Who done sold his soul to the white system because he wants the proximity to white people. He wants proximity to whiteness. Y'all need to watch that movie Stamped from the Beginning. It talks about the assimilation of black people trying to assimilate into the white congregation. You'll never be accepted by them, but they'll use you as much as they can. Ask Tim Scott. Tim Scott is a prime example of what it looks like for these racist pieces of shit to use a dumbass monkey as long as they can use a dumbass monkey. Because that's all he is. Him, Byron Donalds, Mark Burns, who's that fucking dumbass pastor from Cleveland who don't pay nobody? That piece of shit, him. All these dumbass niggas, Mark Robinson, the whole fucking line. All these fucking coons, Coonus Owens, all these dumbass niggas, all they use them for is to put a black face to justify their hatred for that same black face that they're wearing. And these motherfuckers are standing right next to these racist motherfuckers thinking, see, I'm not one of them, massa. I'm not one of them. That nigga, that's bad. Who's that nigga on that there nag? That's Tim Scott. Who's that nigga? The Steven from Django? Who's that nigga on that nag? That nag? Who's that nigga? Who's that nigga? Sitting there scratching the fleas on his stinking ass. Sitting there right next to him with his lips See, Massa? Massa? Yeah, Jay-Z's guilty. That's what y'all look like to me. You look like fucking orangutans to me. That's what you look like. We sick, boss. You look, they hold their hat and the eyes get when a coon, when their eyes get this big and they hold their hands together like this, like they asking for some change. Yes, boss. America ain't a racist country. And they're waiting for the backdrop. When you hear a room full of white people saying, yeah, buddy, yeah, America's not racist. Then me as a black man, I ask them one question. If America ain't a racist country, was there a war fought so you can own black people? The only question I have to ask. And you get mute button, quiet. You get nothing. You go, oh, you're a communist. You're a communist. You're a libtard. You're a Marxist. You're a socialist. You're this. And these motherfuckers don't even know the definitions of the stupid ass words that they're saying. They're just saying this shit because they heard dumbass Trump say it. And his stupid ass don't even know what the words mean. They just go around here throwing words around because they sound cool. You're a socialist. I am. And socialist means I take care of the society around me. I'm a socialist by default. America has socialist programs. That's another fact. No, they don't. We don't have, it's capitalism here. It's no but capital. No, it's not. Medicare, Medicaid, TANF, food stamps, socialism. You remember that stimulus? Socialism. Oops. We're not socialists. Yes, you are. Come on in. It's okay. It's okay. Facts hurt when you're stupid. Facts hurt really, really bad when you're stupid. They hurt really bad when you're stupid. That's why it's so easy for some of you stupid bastards on the internet can go, oh man, Jay-Z's guilty, man. Jay-Z's guilty. He's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. What proof do you have outside of the deposition wrote by some bootleg fucking attorney trying to extort money from Jay-Z? What evidence do you have? I want to see the woman's testimony. That's what I want to see. I want to see the witnesses. That's what I want to see. These are the same people that said Young Thug was guilty. And where's Young Thug now? Free as a bird. Because all the witnesses the FBI claimed they had, but you don't want to talk about that. No, Piff, you're exactly right. Subsidies. You know the subsidies that Elon Musk gets a lot of, billions of dollars worth of subsidies, you know, opportunity zones, that's socialism. That's socialism. You know, FEMA, comes out and helps people when shit like Helene happened, like in South Carolina where I live. You know, when Helene happened, FEMA, that's socialism. That's programs set aside to help the people. Look at Isaac. Jay-Z got like 2 good albums. Shit. Shit. The Black Album, the Blueprint. You man, shut the fuck. Life and Times of Sean Carter. Shut up, fool. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. That man is legendary. He's goated. One of the best of all times. Fuck out of here. Man got hits for days. Him and his wife. The man is a genius. I was finna say, Ozzy, you about to get red for rights. Out here, you can't be saying no blasphemous shit like that, dog. Nah, no, sir. That would not, no. They did the same thing to R. Kelly. My question, again, if R. Kelly is such a demonic force in the world, and he's so evil, why didn't they arrest all the people that was bringing those young girls to R. Kelly? The mamas who was bringing those girls around R. Kelly, taking them backstage, taking them to the RVs and shit where R. Kelly was. Well, why wasn't they arrested? Why wasn't all the people who did survive on R. Kelly arrested? Why? That's what I want to know. Ain't it justice for all? It's supposed to be justice for those little girls, right? And justice to me, what justice look like to me, is you get all of them. Not just R. Kelly. If R. Kelly's guilty, cool. He's guilty. Let him sit in jail. Bet. He's not the only one that's guilty. The ones who supplied the party favors, i.e. the young girls, they need to be in jail too. Send their asses straight on to the clink clank. Send them all. Send them all. All those young girls didn't just fall on R. Kelly's lap. All those young women that claimed that Bill Cosby was such a fucking monster didn't just fall in his hotel room. They came there willingly. They seen an opportunity for money, and what did they do? Nope, Shelton, they are not, and they ain't going to. Josh Giddey can get away with sleeping with, sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl. No one bats an eye. Matt Gaetz can send drugs and party favors and show his escapades on the floor of the fucking Congress of him sexually assaulting a 17-year-old girl and trafficking her across county lines. They even have the transactions on Venmo where he sent the money for said young girls. But we want to talk about R. Kelly. But we want to talk about Jay-Z. But again, back to my original point. No one has an iota of a word to say about Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein's fucking sexcapades with these young girls. And they did all of that running around on Pedo Island. And it's been well documented. They sealed it, and Ron DeSantis unsealed it. And you started seeing names. That's how I found out about Katie Johnson. That's how I found out about the other young girl, the 13-year-old that was with Katie Johnson, Maria. That's how I know about all of them, because I seen the depositions. When they unmasked them, synced them, they named them Jane Doe 1 and Jane Doe 2. Because they won't, of course, cover their age. But yet, Donald Trump is the next sitting president of the United States, and no one gives a fuck about none of the charges against that man. They don't care. Raj Shabazz, that is absolutely right. Sonia Massey's killer, who shot her because she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And y'all supposed to be Christians, right? Walks free. Just like the killer of Tamir Rice, who shot him in 2.7 seconds in Ohio. Shot that little boy in 2.7 seconds. They blamed Breonna Taylor's murder on her boyfriend. These white men got an affidavit falsely signed, a falsely written affidavit signed by a fucking judge, and they go to the wrong house where this woman has nothing to do with her ex-boyfriend, in plain clothes in the middle of the night, and try to kick in that door And they're saying that they don't have the right to defend themselves. What about the Second Amendment? Since you have these fucking dumbass Trump tards talking about, oh, you can't infringe upon my Second Amendment rights. That's only if it ain't black people who's holding the guns. They lied on the affidavit. Bolton John's killer, who drunkenly walked into his apartment while he was eating ice cream, and she fucks him up, kills him. But she's innocent though. She can walk out of jail, serve 2 months in jail, and she's free to go. The killer of Terrence Crutcher, who was stuck and destitute on a highway trying to get help, was killed by a white woman. And that white woman walks around free as a bird to this day. Claimed that that man was going into a car with a window rolled up to get a weapon. And you can see it on camera. With her bullshit clown ass husband in a chopper above him saying he looks like he's up to no good. The man had his hands in the air. And she still shot him. Eric Garner was choked out in the middle of New York. Freddie Gray was internally decapitated in Baltimore. And the DA who sought justice for him got turned into the criminal. You tell me that systematic racism don't exist in America again. Tell me that. I wish you would. There's too many examples. And these motherfuckers say, none of y'all are slaves. None of y'all are slaves. None of y'all ever worked in a field. I don't know why y'all are just still holding on to slavery. I'll tell you why. We went from the fields to paperwork now. The new slavery is paperwork. Legislation. It's all good, Sheldon. They don't want me talking like this. Somebody send a super chat. See if it works. There it goes. There it goes, Sheldon. They let people get away with murder. The only reason why Rodney King even won his case is because it was on tape. Now, had whoever was recording that not been recording that, Rodney King wouldn't have got a dime. And he'd probably be sitting in prison right now. I'll tell you just how fucked up racism is in America. Right now, this very moment, you have white people who say Barack Obama was the most divisive president in the history of America. Right now. Can't name shit he did to divide America. The only thing I can think of that's plausible in this situation is the fact that he was a black man and he made a bunch of these weak-backed, spineless, fucking mediocre white men feel some type of way. The real divider in chief was Trump. He politicized everything. Trump can break his nail, and it's all the radical left liberals, those radical left Democrats, they're the reason why I broke my nail. And then these fucking dumbass monkeys go on the internet. Yeah, the Democrats, they did this. Yeah, see, man, that's what they did. Bro, you will hold yourself back with this mindset. Waste spill. your important energy? Why spill your important energy? Ra, hey, salute to you, King. Thank you. See, me, I'm not like you. Whoever said that, what was his name? Where'd he go? Final Round Films. You. How am I setting myself back by liberating us by our real history? Because I'm not going to sit here and be coddled to believe some fairy tale these fuckers told me. How am I holding myself back by using the mindset of I'm going to tell my people the real history and what's going on around us so that we don't stay behind anymore, so that we know what politics really look like, so we know what legislation really looks like, so we actually know the duties of the people who we elect to go and represent all of us. How is that setting me back? It's not setting me back worth a damn. Rasha Bass in the super chat again. Salute to you and thank you yet again. Thank you. I'm not setting myself back at all. I feel like I'm liberating my people because far too long, and it's evident now. You see, there's a reason. Let me tell y'all something. There's a reason why on every hip hop website, there is some right-wing goofball writing something about Trump or the Republican Party, and black people are eating that shit up like it's the gospel. And they'll get into arguments. I've heard it in barbershops. I've heard it in conversation where black people are talking about politics and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about at all. They don't know how laws are passed. They don't know the fucking duties of the vice president. They don't know shit. All these people, black people, were telling me to my face, hey man, Kamala Harris had 4 years to do what she said she was going to do. Why she ain't did it? Nigga, do you understand the duties of a vice president? No, you don't. The vice president has no power. They have no constitutional power at all. The vice president, their job is only to be the president over the Senate, over decorum, to be the tie-breaking vote, to certify the election. That's it. That's all. To be in place, if something was to ever happen to the president, they're in place to replace the president. That's it. Yep, USA Tay, that's exactly why I do this. Because I feel like I would be honoring Luke and Gladys Williams by me opening my mouth and telling the truth. Those are my ancestors, my great-great-grandma and my great-great-grandfather. I would be honoring their legacies and their sacrifices for me to have the freedoms that I have right now by me opening my mouth and telling the truth about the real history and the right now, the real present of our community. Our community is lost. The black community as a whole is lost. And it was by design. There's a reason why a black man is more amped to go and kill another black man. And George Zimmerman is still walking around free as a bird. There's a reason behind that. You've been conditioned to believe that. All those so-called killers down in Florida, all those so-called street niggas down in Florida, all these so-called thugs and gangsters down in Florida, this fat piece of shit follows this 17-year-old kid through his neighborhood, thinks that he's criminal, accosts this 17-year-old kid. This 17-year-old kid defends himself, and this coward pulls out a gun and kills him. And he's justified in doing that shit because of some bullshit stand your ground law. Just like with Jordan Davis, that fucking cracker thought he was going to get away with fucking popping a damn Jordan Davis sitting in the backseat of that truck listening to music because the music they were listening to he didn't like. So he used his fucking overseer powers and he went and told them to turn that fucking music down, turn that jigaboo music down. That's what they did. That's what he did. Then he pulled out his firearm and he killed that kid. Shot him in the head. Why? Because of whiteness. Yep. Player 3? Exactly. This is what they're afraid of. They're afraid that black people are now becoming cognizant of what's going on around them. That we understand the political process here in this country. We understand the biasness. We understand the racism and white supremacy that stemmed all throughout the Constitution and all what these people claim to stand for. And all these fuckers claiming to be the biggest patriots, the biggest ones who love America and love God, guns, and country. And all this shit are the biggest bunch of propagandists and liars that we've ever seen before in our whole entire fucking lives. And everybody fucking sees it now. We all see it. You see it. I see it. We all know these motherfuckers can sit here and tell us they're patriots, they love this country, but they elected a fucking 34-time convicted felon who was impeached twice for being a piece of shit, who fucked up a pandemic that cost over 1 million lives, ran the economy into the fucking ground, and he's about to do it again. Leave that motherfucker right there. Leave that one right up above player 3. Leave that one right there. America isn't racist. You all just chose to live how you do. I'm glad you wrote that, you dumb piece of shit. I'm glad you did. America is systematically racist. It was founded on racism. It was founded on the transatlantic slave trade and chattel slavery and Jim Crow and vagrant laws and passing more laws to keep black people down and oppressed. You fucking retard. Because your dumbass don't know history. You don't care to know history. Just as long as your poor, destitute, old white ass can sit in your raggedy ass trailer with your stinking one three-legged dog and your stupid musty ass cats with your mom, pawpaw, your auntie, cousins, your sister wives, and your goofy ass fucking Fox News on repeat. Your stupid ass can sit up in here and tell me America ain't racist when I see racism every day. I was in the military. I was in the United States Marine Corps, and when I checked into North Carolina, I had a white boy tell me, how could they give someone like you the rank of sergeant so fast? Don't even know shit about me. Didn't know how proficient I was in my MOS. Didn't know what type of Marine I was. Didn't know how efficient I was in my PFTs. Didn't know if I finished my MCIs. Didn't even give a fuck. Didn't care. Didn't care that I was meritoriously promoted because of my hard work and my intelligence to my job. Did not give a flying fuck. No one handed me shit. I earned it. But you don't give a shit because you're a racist piece of dog shit. And you're just like that fat ass piece of shit who asked me that question, who I ran circles around in the PFT. Because I was the shit when I put my uniform on. I was the shit when I got on the field and I did my MOS. I was the shit when I defended my fucking comrades in arms and the Marines who served under me. Because I was born to be the shit. And motherfuckers like you hate it. Because I'm better than you in every way possible. I'm smarter than you. I'm faster than you. My dick's bigger than yours. You hate it because you're mediocre and sorry at best. And you could not hold a light to me on your best day on my worst one. That's why you gotta have systems in place to keep me down. But you can't. You failed. You always fail. Your hate fails every time. So you gotta rig the system. Because y'all are pieces of shit. You've always been pieces of shit. That's why you migrated your stinking asses over here. Y'all didn't even know how to wash y'all asses properly when you came over here. How y'all killed slaves? Y'all killed slaves because you're fucking disgusting. You never knew how to wash your ass. So black plague and diphtheria and cholera ran all through fucking ships and was spread it to those people who knew how to wash their ass, which was us. So yeah, America ain't racist. Bullshit. Bullshit. Then what's redlining then? So then explain to me, if America ain't racist, why in the fuck is everybody got all this precedence for Jay-Z saying that he's guilty and all this shit. But you ain't got a fucking word to say about Donald fucking Trump. Not one. Look at this fucking dumbass. Racial inferiority complex is very sad. And you know who suffer from racial inferiority? You white, mediocre, recessive chromosome having motherfucking lice demons. Y'all suffer from it. That's what you're afraid of. That's why y'all gotta rig every rule you can so you can look like winners when you're actually failures. You remember the Civil War where y'all tried to separate from the Union because you wanted to own black people? You failed. You lost. But you sorry motherfuckers still carry that rebel flag around, don't you? Because you're fucking losers. You've always been losers. You've been losers since your inception. Your recessive chromosome is the reason why you're a fucking loser and why you're inferior to me. I was made, white men are made by an image of God. They're made in a, nah, you're actually made in the image of black men. But your ass scurried on off past the Caucasus Mountains where you lost your melanin. That's why I can stand in the sun all day and you can't. That's why the sun gives you cancer and not me. That's why I can lay down with a white woman and make a black baby, and you can't lay down with a black woman to save your life to make a white one. Because we're not inferior to you, and you hate it. These are facts, not my opinion. These are facts. These are biological facts, proven by history, and you hate it. You hate it. You hate to see black people prospering. You always have. Oh, you stole everything you can from black people. And black people got together and made their own communities. And what did y'all do? You had to take your overseeing ass over there to their neighborhood to see what was going on. And then y'all nailed a false accusation of a black man of sexually assaulting a white woman so you can burn it down, just like y'all always do. Exactly what you did. Ask Tulsa. And then you have the nerve to tell the people who survived it. Oh no, there was no crime committed here. There was not one white man who was arrested for murdering all those people in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921. Not one. There was not a soul arrested. There was not a soul arrested in Elaine, Arkansas, 1921, after World War I. There was not a soul arrested for that one. Over 330 people were killed. Not a soul, not one white man was arrested. And when the white people got arrested, they were judged by who? A jury of white people. So they'll deliberate for 10 minutes. Oh, he's not guilty. He can go on home. He's been adjudicated. He's good. He can go home. He's all right. He didn't kill those black people, even though he had his hands on the gun. He was the only one that had a gun there. Oh, what about Orangeburg, South Carolina, 1968? When they murdered four black students and they critically injured 28 others. Y'all know who they arrested after that? The black man who organized the protest. But there is no racism in the country. Look at this fucking bum cow. Look at this dumbass. It's in the afternoon on a Monday. Go get a job. Motherfucker, I work. I work Tuesday through Saturday, dipshit. I'm off on Mondays, you fucking recessive chromosome. Y'all hate when black people show y'all are wrong. You hate when black people show y'all mediocre. That you gotta steal everything in order for you to look like you're smart. You stole everything. Everything. Everything in white culture is stolen from everybody else. You steal. Y'all steal and lie about it. That's what you're good at. Factually proven, you steal everything. Everything, everything. You take credit for shit you had nothing to do with. Yep, Rosewood, then got to come over here and tell me, man, y'all are here living about an inferiority complex. No, that's y'all. Y'all are scared. You're scared that black people will become a majority in this country. You're afraid that brown people and black people will become a majority in this country. That's why y'all overturned Roe versus Wade. That's why y'all elected a fucking racist piece of dog shit who was impeached twice the first time he was in office and fucked up everything under the running sun when he had the perfect economy handed to him by Barack Obama. And he took credit for it. So who's mediocre again? The same shit y'all come in here trying to tell me. You literally had Donald Trump come into an economy that Barack Obama handed to him on a silver platter, and y'all gave him credit for it. Like Donald Trump passed some legislation to help the economy. He didn't pass shit but the Tax Cut and Jobs Act of 2017 with Paul Ryan. And it's now fucking the economy up. It's not reason why you pay higher taxes on everything. Because of Trump. You're still living under Trump's tax plan from 2017. It doesn't expire until January next year. Well, actually, December of next year. My bad. So what did Trump do again? What Trump do again? That was so great. This man said he's going to overturn the 14th Amendment with no plan, no nothing. But you stupid motherfuckers believe it. I did not learn about the Tulsa riots, Black Wall Street, Elaine, Arkansas, Wilmington, North Carolina in 1898, Rosewood, Bloody Sunday, Red Summer. I didn't learn about none of this shit until I was a full grown ass man. I didn't learn about none of this shit in school. I didn't learn about this shit in college. And I took American history in college. Didn't hear about none of this shit. None of it. So you're looking at a veteran who's college educated, with college degrees, mind you. And these motherfuckers are trying to come in here and tell you I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh, sheesh. I need to go find a job. That's what this dumbass is. As if, like he knows me. You know me personally. Oh, man, you need to find yourself a job. Find myself a job. Okay. I work. What's your next excuse? In school, they was telling us that a whole bunch of white people called pilgrims got on a boat called the Mayflower and safely sailed over here to the Americas and got off the boat and shook hands and kissed babies and hugged everybody, and they sat down and shared a meal with the Indians. That's what they told us. In reality, what happened is these fucking degenerates got their stupid ass on the Mayflower, rolled their ass over here, see, ooh, land. We're going to steal it. And they stole it and killed everybody they came in contact with. But that's not what they taught us in school. Yep, Tay-Tay, there's another fact that nobody probably knows about. There's so many facts that are surprised. You'd be like, what? I didn't learn about the Harlem Hellfighters until I was a grown man. Who are the Harlem Hellfighters? Does anybody in here know? Does anybody know who the Harlem Hellfighters were? The Harlem Hellfighters, I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. I'll save you all the suspense. The Harlem Hellfighters was a brigade in the army that fought alongside the French during World War I, and they did some exemplary shit. I mean, some next level X-Men shit. They really turned the tide for World War I and stopped Germany's invasion to the fucking west of France somewhere. They stopped it single-handedly. Man turned around a whole battalion of fucking German soldiers by himself. They issued him an English gun and gave him a French magazine that would not fit. So this man barely, with his bare hands, killed 9 people with his bare fucking hands. It's a fact. After America got wind of this, because the French wanted to award the Harlem Hellfighters with a French Legionnaire, a French Fourrier, which is now worn on the covers of United States Marine Corps officers. If you look at the ribbon that's on top of their cover, their white cover, it's called a French Fourrier. They wanted to give a Fourrier to those Harlem Hellfighters. You know what America told the French government? Don't give them no awards. You're going to make them feel like they're one of us. But I thought they were one of y'all. They're fighting in a war that they didn't belong in. Yep, the original Black Panthers was an old black tanker unit. It's a whole bunch of, look, bruh, once you start digging, and you start looking at all of the fucking sacrifices that our ancestors did, and you want to see how they hide this shit constantly in history, how they won't teach it. And then when you teach it and they tell you, oh, CRT, Project 1619, that's horrible. That's atrocious. That's communism. They're teaching hatred. They're teaching our kids to hate it. They try to teach our kids to hate the United States of America. They're trying to take away liberty. Oh, you get the mothers of America stinking slutty asses. You get them fuckers telling everybody, oh man, this is not right. It's not right. They thin lip ass get to talking and crying and shit, them fucking Karens. They're teaching real American history. That's not real American history. You know how they do. That's why when these motherfucking racists come in here and say, won't you go back to your country? I was born in Georgia. I was born in Augusta, Georgia. I ain't going nowhere. Yep, I've never owned a German Shepherd because of that. Damn, Tay-Tay. I never owned a German Shepherd because of that. Every photo still that I've seen, they use German Shepherds against black people who were peacefully protesting. All they wanted was equal rights and to be treated fairly. But they get demonized like they're the ones who are evil, while you maintain a system of evil. I've never owned a German Shepherd. I owned a Chow, Labrador. I had a chocolate lab. Right now, I got a Cocker Spaniel. Coco's a Cocker Spaniel mixed with Pomeranian. I had a Golden Retriever mixed with Great Dane, but I've never owned a German Shepherd. There's a reason why. That's the reason why. Every still I've ever seen in my life had a German Shepherd biting one of my people. And I can't get down with that. All Rambo wanted was a savage. It's sad. It's sad that I see, watch, y'all gonna see more of it. Y'all gonna see more black people making videos talking about how guilty Jay-Z is. Jojo, what you got going on over there? My guinea pig is over here showing out. What, Jojo? Oh, so now when I start talking to her, she's quiet now. Jojo probably telling me to shut the hell up because she want to go back to sleep. I had a brown child. His name was Fluffy. He was brown. Purple tongue, big ass head, the whole nine. Had that dog for years. Dog was the sweetest dog ever. But he'd bite the shit out of somebody he didn't know. Bite the shit out of him. It's sad. Toyo, I agree with you. If I had $10 million, I'd pour it in to the youth because they need it. The youth. Our kids coming up after us. Nah, Doberman Pinschers are the meanest dogs to come across in the hood. Because one bit the shit out of me when I was 8. I almost took my fucking Johnson. I got bit right on the thigh, right on my quad. Bit the shit out of me. My daddy shot the shit out that damn dog. My daddy shot the shit out that damn dog. Same day, that dog died that day, right in our yard. We need to invest in our educational system first. Because you know the federal government is not going to send no money to no private charter school for black people. They're not going to do that. That's why they keep trying to talk about, they trying to mask, here's what they think. They think they're smart. They're going to mask school choice with, oh, you can go to this private school or you can go to this charter school. But those charter schools are not regulated by the federal government. So they could be racist. They can discriminate against you. They could do that. No. Mm-mm. And I agree with Martin Luther King when he said the worst thing I could have ever possibly do was integrating my people. Integrating was the worst thing that could have happened to us. We should have stayed segregated. And I agree with that wholeheartedly now. Looking at things now, yeah. Toyota, I agree with that too. Nope. That's why see, you got to think about it. There's a reason why in black communities, why there's no money in black communities. That's why you see like buy here, pay here places, liquor stores, strip clubs. That's why you see everything bad for people that they claim is bad, predatory lending spots. That's all you see in black neighborhoods. That's why. Because it's by design. It's by design. They don't want black people educated. They don't want black people learning civics. They don't want black people learning how the government actually works. They don't want us learning that. The most dangerous thing, and D.L. Hughley said it so eloquently, and I love the statement he always saying, the worst place for a black person to be is in a white person's imagination. And that's the best fucking statement I could have ever heard because it's facts. The most dangerous place we can be is in that what they think is going to happen. Not facts, not reality. Black people has never, even when we had the opportunity to, has never done the atrocious things that these white people have inflicted upon our people. They have never done it. I had this damn goofball on Facebook trying to argue me down and saying a black supremacist group. And I stopped as soon as I read black supremacists. Nigga, ain't no way. No way. No way. Black supremacists? We ain't y'all. We ain't y'all. We don't go around hating people simply because of their color. If black people hate you, it's for a reason. We have an educated prejudice against white people. We have one. Because look at all the shit you did. Look at all the shit you continue to do. You motherfuckers think it's a badge of honor to elect a fucking felon as president of the United States of America. This man can't even step foot in certain countries because of his felony convictions. Because he's president doesn't mean those felony convictions go away. Y'all do know that, right? He's already been convicted. Now, had it still been a trial, then yeah, he could have easily got that shit out of the way. He can't pardon himself. We need to get white supremacy and white supremacist talking points out of our community. And we start with getting motherfuckers like Vlad out of our communities. Vlad TV, fucking Adam 22, get him the fuck out of here. Get all these fucking white devils out of our community. Get rid of all of these white-owned rap sites that you're siphoning these fucking Republican think tank talking points so that we gobble this shit up and we start internalizing it and believing it. Get rid of all that shit. Stop trying to compare black folk. I hate hearing conversations about Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron James. I hate hearing those fucking conversations. All three of those are great in my eyes. I'll never make no difference between the two because they all played in different eras of basketball. They're all great in my eyes. So is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is my favorite out of all four of them. But I hate that we tribalize so much in our, we've been conditioned to tribalize everything in our neighborhoods, in our communities. We've been conditioned to do so. We need to start with our educational system. That's what we need to do. And also, we need to teach financial literacy in our community. That's another thing we need to do. We do those two things, the domino effect is going to happen in a good way. Crime is lower, more prowess in the educational system. Y'all already seen with the systematically racist system that we have right now, how black women dominate when it comes to getting fucking degrees and shit. How black men dominate when they go to college. Y'all already see it. That's what they're afraid of. They don't want us to succeed. They don't want us to do anything good. They want us always to be criminalized and looked at as demons. But it's cool. Anybody running around here talking about Jay-Z guilty of that, suck my dick. That's how I feel about it. If you got all this smoke for Jay-Z and none for Trump, fuck yourself. I'm not going to be one of them ones. You won't hear me on here bashing another black man on some accusation somebody else trumped up. Nope. Show me actual evidence, homie. And then we can talk. But until then, I'm finna go play zombies. Y'all have a great day. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to everybody who smashed the like button. Everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys for taking time out to listen to me rant. I appreciate y'all. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Please, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subs. Help me get there. And subscribe to my brother Shelton, LDBC or nothing. Funny videos, and he be telling some truth, smacking these fucking goofball racists in the face. And it's funny to watch. Go subscribe to my brother. Shelton, put your link in the chat, bro. Judy, I learned from the best. That's why. I got a lot of wise people around me. And a lot of them ain't even old. because we're waking up. That's what happens when you start studying and you start looking for yourself. When you look for yourself, you'll be amazed what you find. And again, if you didn't listen to the movies that I told you to go watch yesterday, go watch Stamped from the Beginning on Netflix. And then get on YouTube and rent Bad Faith. Look at both of them. And then tell me what you think. We could do a live video just talking about those 2 videos. I'll be more than happy to break them down. All right? Y'all be smooth. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Just remember, it ain't what you say, it's what you do that defines who you are. Judge accordingly. Because that's what I do. And I'm at great peace because of it. Have a great one. My phone's about to die anyway.